All right. And we should be live. Give it just a second. I'm going to check the pages real quick. Gotta mute this. Y'all know I'm not really good at this stuff, so let me just make sure. Yep, says we're live. Cool, perfect, awesome. Anyways, Wednesday night, Dark Truth Podcast right here. Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. I haven't actually looked at the TikTok, so I'm not going to. Forgot to set it up. But anyways, tonight, my guest is Cubby Wolfe from Geoshield. Can't wait to sit down and talk with him about some things that he's done, been doing, and continues to do and wants to do in the industry. We're going to probably cover a range of topics like always, because y'all know my ADD brain. I kind of just, talk about random stuff. But let me share this real quick. Sorry. See you again. ADD brain right here. Bang. Share that. If it's going to work. Hopefully. But yeah. Today, I attended a side-by-side. And the little turn handles on the back glass where you cut out around them, put them back together. You heat them before you put them back in. Put them in, turn them, works great, right? No, today, I don't know what was going on. Maybe I tightened them too much, whatever, but I ripped the shit out of two of them, and then one of them, I just creased it somehow. And it was it was one of those moments where you're like, dude, I've been doing this forever, and I don't know what's going on. I wasted so much film. But then when it was done, like halfway between it, I was really, really angry, and I was like, all right, cool. I have to compose myself, get through this, whatever, right? Then when I finished it, I was like, all right, cool, looks great. And then you see like 1-2 specks of dirt, and you go, leaving it. I'm out of here. See y'all. I'm done. I'm leaving. It looks great. It's a side-by-side. He uses it on the weekends, whatever, right? But my thing is, like, just don't give up. Like, I really almost gave up on that one. And that's one of the things that I've heard my guest tonight talk about was you have to stick around to see the success, or some people don't stick around to see their success, right? So without further ado, I'm going to do the intro video and bring on my guest, the Vice President for Geoshield, Mr. Cubby Wolfe. Give me just 1 second. We'll get this popping if I remember how to do this. Just kidding. It's right there. Bang. What's up, my man?
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Man, doing good, man. Had a good little day, so
Nice.
Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being on. I don't know if you like the nice crispy new shirt.
Loving the shirt. Chase told me today, or Trey had told me today that he sent you a shirt out there, so I was glad.
Yeah, nice and crispy. They say,
Nice. I like that.
But anyways, dude, Cubby, thank you for coming on the show, man. We were supposed to have Burns on as well. He had some things he had to take care of, which is fine. So we're still going to make the best of it. We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk about some stuff.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, I'd love for you to introduce yourself and give us a little background about where you've been, where you come from, stuff like that, man.
All right. Well, my name is Cubby Wolfe. I am Vice President of Geoshield Window Films. Geoshield itself has been in business this is actually our 20th year, if you can believe that one. I have been, it's our 20th year right now. Nice. I have actually been with the company for 16 years. This is my 16th year that we're going on. My anniversary is actually the Tuesday after Memorial Day. So it's actually coming up here very shortly. So 16 years with the company, and vice president, and trying to take over the world, man.
I love it, dude. I love it. Nice. Okay, so you said 16 out of the 20 years, dude. That's like what a shooting percentage of like 87 or 89% or something like that. I don't even know. It's a pretty good, with any sport or any game. That's a pretty good.
Odds are pretty decent.
It's a pretty good odds right there, So in those 16 years, what was in the beginning? What was it like? because I know you said this before, you used to work for only $10 an hour.
Oh yeah,
You know,
I
so what was that role? And like when you began with Geoshield, what did you do in the beginning?
well, in the beginning, I was hired as I guess quote unquote warehouse manager. So I would do all of the shipping for all the orders. I would do all the inbound freight, palletize things that we had, get orders ready. I was the only one that did all the grunt work, the manual labor.
Oh, the factory guy.
Yeah, yeah. I
Love
mean,
that, dude.
I've always been a ditch digger all my life,
Good.
so I'm not scared of the manual labor part of things. But time went on, and at the time, whenever I came on with the company, there were three owners to GeoShield, and along the way, a couple of those owners, Burns and another gentleman that Bo, they had started a solar panel company, and they decided to split their ways. Bo went with his solar panel company. Burns decided, stay with GeoShield, and I decided to stay with Burns, and it's been a dream ever since. It was just me and Burns for a very long time, and
Right.
these last 5 years have really just been, man, it's been crazy. It's been a ride these last 5 years. It really has.
So the previous 11 though, it was just like a really like a big struggle or like just stressful, like trying to figure it out. Like what was the biggest struggle with that last 11 years as opposed to the
Survival,
last five?
to be honest, survival was it.
Right.
We were a very small fish in a very very big pond for a long
Right.
time, and we scratched and clawed, real hard for a long time there. And like Burns had said previously, in the live stream that you talked to us the other day, it was getting real hard for us to stick around to be able to
Right.
see a success. I mean, we were at a point I was cleaning up my resume, about 6-7 years ago. I am not going to lie. Yeah, we were pretty deep, but we made some very good decisions. Some good things happened, and it's been just a rocket ship from that point, and very lucky to be where we're at right now.
I love it, man.
Yeah.
And one thing I didn't know like a couple years ago was who GeoShield was. And probably in the past, I want to say 3 years is when I really started seeing like more posts and stuff. Cause I like 4 years ago, I wasn't really heavily into social media, but I was kind of into it. Well, wait a minute. Let me rethink this. I think it was probably five then. Now that you say 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
because it was the
Right
first
around, right about
5 years ago that I went to that like I saw a couple people that were representing GeoShield at the events and stuff like that. And I'm like, like I was already stuck with who I was with because I was working for somebody, stuff like that or whatever. Like I never paid attention to it. But then like just meeting all of you guys over the years and like seeing y'all at events and interacting with y'all, I'm like, I love the vibe of y'all. Y'all are a good group of people, man. Like
we try to be, man. I mean, we try to treat everybody with the same respect that we want to be treated with, and it's a great industry. I mean, it's full of a lot of great people. I've met some wonderful people in the time that I've been in this industry for almost 20 years, and yeah, I mean, we're very lucky, really.
definitely. So what is one of your favorite moments from any event you've went to when it came to the 10 events? Like I have to know. Like do you have like a night that like you never will forget or like a day that you never would forget when it
I'm
comes
not,
to like
I'm not gonna say really a day. I'm not gonna say. I'll probably say like a moment, because our success has really been so short lived so far. We really haven't done that many shows or events, and we really only started doing it really about 2-3 years ago. And
Yep.
so unfortunately, I don't have much time underneath the belt whenever it comes to a lot of these events. But the one that stands out the most for me was the first window film conference that I had attended with Burns, and that was, I think it was 2 years ago in San Antonio.
Mm,
After being in there, for those few days and talking to customers, I just realized, how lucky, how privileged I was, to be in this industry, to be able to have somebody like Burns to be able to be a mentor for me,
right.
and help me along these years. and have him to be able to back up whenever he needs the support. I was very thankful for that, and I kind of had a moment of clarity. I made a Facebook post, me and Burns standing there at the show. And that was probably one of my best moments, if I had to guess, from the show, just being so thankful for the position that I was in, the company that I have, and the partner that I have as well.
Right. That's awesome, man. I love it. He's a good dude. Like
he is.
Before I knew who he was, I was at an event. I can't remember which one it was, but we were just talking and just bullshitting or whatever outside.
Yeah.
And then somebody was like, "Dude, do you know who that is?" And I'm like, Like, dude, that's fucking, they're like, "That's Burns, dude." And I'm like, I was like, "Who the fuck is Burns?" And they're like, "Dude, you don't know who Burns is?" And I'm like, "Bro,
you don't know who that is?"
I'm like, "Will you just tell me, dude? Like, I don't know, dude. Like, just let me know." And I was like, "Oh, damn, that's crazy." Like, like whenever, like, at these events, you never know who you're really talking to until they tell you who they are, or somebody's like, "Oh, that's fucking," And that's what I love about the events, is because, I mean, you'll see people on social media. I'm not one of those people that like looks at people's profiles, look at their pictures, and see what they look like before I see them in person. Like, I'll just run into somebody, they'll say their name, I'm like, "I remember your name," and then I'll like try to remember some posts or something, right? And then just chum it up about that. But that's what I love about the events, like the whole just meeting people that you haven't seen in person, or you haven't seen in a long time.
Camaraderie, that's the best part about it.
Like, it's just like, and then you get to bullshit with each other online, and crack wise, and then
putting the names to the faces to names, and actually meet the people.
Doing podcasts and shit just randomly,
Like, that's right.
So I was gonna also bring something else up. You have a new training academy, right?
We do. I was actually over there the majority of today, all day yesterday, and all day on Monday.
Nice. What were y'all doing over there? Y'all setting up some new stuff, or?
We're I mean, it's going to be the Geoshield Academy. We're going to be doing monthly training events for tint, whenever it comes to novice and beginner tinters, all the way up to experts, trying to hone the skills. We're also going to be doing PPF classes, same way. We've got some awesome trainers that we're going to have teaching our courses. Got quite a few really great PPF installers and trainers.
I have to ask if one, you might not have said who's going to do the PPF yet, but I have to ask if one's going to be Javon, because that's my boy.
Javon's my boy too. Dude, I don't know that when it comes to if he's.
I don't know if he's a trainer yet.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a trainer yet, though.
Yeah, I don't know if he's a trainer yet, but he's got some skills. I will say that. Right now, for doing our PPF classes, we have Bill Stewart, who is a longtime OG in the industry. Nice. He's actually in town. Bill's worked for I think Solar Guard. He's worked for Matico. I mean, he's been with everybody. He's been everywhere, and he knows everybody, and he knows how to do everything. So Bill's going to be heading up doing our PPF training classes. He's actually in town right now. He's actually where we have a class going on today and tomorrow, a quick novice class for PPF. So he's in town doing that. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a monthly thing, whether for tint or PPF. Get on our website and you can get all the information there.
So, I love it, dude.
Yeah, it's great.
One of the main things about being like a distributor of window film is if you offer training, it just ups the value of using that brand, like, well, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and then the thing that I've seen, I mean, I haven't been in this industry for as long as a lot of the OGs have, but I mean, I've got some time under my belt, and what I've kind of seen, especially since COVID, since everybody's locked up at home, they're watching YouTube, they're learning how to do everything on their own, and everybody's picking up new skills, and tinting was one of those. So ever since COVID kind of went through. There has been so much more of a demand whenever it comes to training for tint and PPF. That's been very clear. I don't think that there's been a bigger time in the industry up till the last couple of years that we have had such an explosion in new tinters because of that. We've got so many new coming in, and then especially you're talking 30 years ago. It was tint was a gatekept type of thing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Whoever was tinting, they didn't want to teach their competition
ever.
Yeah, so I mean, nobody had YouTube. We didn't have any training classes. So I mean, it was such a difficult industry to get into, and now it's gotten so much more mainstream. Everybody's doing classes. So I mean, it's right now is a really great, exciting time in this industry, especially for that.
Right, but there's also a lot of people that argue that it's too saturated with people that aren't very good, and it's like, okay, well, I mean, imagine if we had if we knew how many people were trying to knit for the first time, or like, so,
I mean,
make money doing embroidery or something like, you know what I mean? Like,
show me one industry that they don't have low ball prices. Show me one. Every single industry has a section in it that is the discount brand, is the discount installer. It doesn't matter. There's discount clothing lines. They're expensive, and it's something part of the industry that you do have to navigate, So, but I mean, the $99 tint guys are going to get the $99 customers.
Right.
So
that's the other thing too, is like, if you're always trying to, and we talk about it all the time, everywhere, on every page, whatever. But like, if you deal with people that are difficult, you're gonna have a difficulty like just making them happy. Like, you're not gonna piece some cheap, picky person. You're not going to. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, you're going to get the cheap customer. You're going to get the nitpicking customer. That $99 tint job is going to cost you $300 just in your time.
Right.
But some people don't. Some people don't understand that. Some people do.
Yep. Another thing I wanted to ask you about was what was
anything you got?
The camo shorts, dude. All right, I gotta know. Like, when did the camo shorts start, and why?
That is like the Cubby look. Like, I have to have a camo.
Okay, so it's just like you have to be in character. That's all it is.
But yeah, I mean, everybody has a look. Somebody by their look. Just the camo shorts, the cargo shorts. That is part of my facade.
You never switch up the look, dude?
Nah, not really.
Never.
Really. It works.
You never put a suit on, like,
yeah. I don't own a suit, and believe me, I've been telling my wife for, I don't know, a year. I was like, I need to buy a nice suit. I do.
Just have and it has to be camo. It has to be.
Well, I mean, I do live in Louisiana, so you never can tell. This is like the camo capital of the world here.
So true, dude. You could have a mossy oak tuxedo, and nobody would bat an eye. They'd be like, you walk down the road, and they'd be like, "I like that suit, man."
Yeah. Party at night, hunting in the morning.
I love that, dude.
Yes.
So like, never gym shorts, no.
I mean, there's a certain time for that. Gym shorts, gym.
Okay. All right, now we're getting somewhere. So you dress specific, okay?
Right. I mean, I'm built for work. I dress specific for what I got to do.
Gotcha. Just like I wore this shirt because you were on here. That's
right. That's right. And I live in Geoshield shirts. I don't think like every single day it's a Geoshield t-shirt.
Right. And also my friend Brent sent me this. So.
Oh yeah, Brent.
Yeah,
my man. My man.
That's why I was like, it's crispy, ain't it?
Oh yeah. I like Brent. Brent's a good dude. I'm glad.
He's a good man. Like, he's a good dude. He's fucking.
He's training for us now. You know that, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do know that.
Training for us.
I saw a lot of the lives of him training and the videos, and me and him actually talk pretty regularly. Sorry, but yeah, like almost every day.
I'm gonna get to teach me how to do TikTok. I don't do TikTok.
Man, I could teach you too, dude. I got 10K followers, bro.
Man, I think I got like 5. I don't know. I don't like that forced to scroll feeling. It's like I'm already on so much with Facebook and customers, Messenger. I don't like that. Like, you feel like you
don't like the instant dopamine.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't know. I don't want to. It's weird feeling.
So the only way to get like past that would be to just not get on there.
I've made one post on my account, which I think I think it's just Cubby Wolfe, all one word. And I
Right.
made one post, one video, and that's it. And I think I've looked at it 3 times. I've opened up TikTok like 3 times in the past
Okay.
year.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you a little quick lesson in TikTok. Like
Yeah,
whatever you watch the longest and over and like multiple times, like say that you saw a whole bunch of dudes that were making Geoshield posts or whatever, right? And you
yeah.
watch their whole video and then you go to the next one, it's most likely gonna be another one.
Okay.
If it's not, and you scroll past that one quickly, it's probably gonna be another one. You know, it's like
I
it tries
got
to feed you what you watch the most. So like mine,
Morning.
like fishing tips, tinters, like random tinters that just I don't follow that I see on there.
Yeah.
Um, workout stuff, cool cars or whatever. Maybe
Yeah.
like sports or whatever.
I
And
went
then
into
like it's just like whatever you see,
same
sports,
thing.
stuff, whatever. Like it gives you what you watch the most, right?
Okay.
Like
All right.
you see it and you're like, all right, cool.
Cars, poker, gym. That's about it.
Good.
That's
And you
about
would
all.
literally see nothing but those videos, and then they'll throw in a curveball every once in a while, and you're like, I don't want to watch that. Like, what is this, dude?
All right. I will get on there tonight. I will check it out tonight just for you.
But that's no, you don't have to. I'm just saying that's how it works, though. Like, you don't have to. I'm not
Oh
telling
no,
you.
no, no, no. I mean, I need to.
Nobody ever taken my advice ever.
Learn.
But like for real, like that's how it works, and
Right.
it's annoying.
I'm gonna start
It's like,
playing
dude,
with it.
well, mine's now been more bird watching videos, like birds like eating, because like me and my wife watch birds, and she's been posting bird videos that we've seen out here, like or squirrel stuff. It's literally just what you watch.
Okay.
So with that being said, when it comes to like the GeoShield marketing, like some of the videos y'all been posting lately have been very like attention grabbing and things that like people would probably want to watch longer. Is
Yes.
that something that y'all have been working on for a long time, or would you say it's been probably within the last like 1 year, 6 months?
I'd probably say the last probably year. We've been focusing more on individual things like that. Our social media content for sure. I don't know how familiar you are, that you are with Chase Loop. Chase does a lot of our online marketing and the videos. He did Uncle Lou. He had the Uncle Lou character, a couple, a year or two ago. So yes, in the past year, we have been focusing very hard on our media stuff, and which we're going to be leaning into that even more with having the new academy, being able to do product videos, being able to do install videos, and just make some really, really cool content. The way that John Skirman, the way that he's got the academy set up is just, it's going to be sick. I mean, he's got all
I've seen the layout and I like it, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's got all kinds of like movie lighting, production lighting that's going to go on. He's got fog and mist machine in there. I mean, he's getting it really set up for some really cool, really, really nice, online.
You're about to have like 10 offs down there, dude.
It's a possibility. It is a possibility. I mean, it is definitely
hold on.
Being an event space.
Hold on, I just had a great idea.
What's that?
Steal it if you want to. I just want 1%.
Yeah.
You need to hold like some like every other Saturday or something, or like one Saturday a month, like a call out show, dude. Like I'm calling out this tenor, and we're gonna have these battles these days, and like it's a full car, like and then like promote the whole
bad
like
idea. That is not a bad idea at all.
Like tent brawls or something, you know what I mean? Like something like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like or death match.
Call out your tents or some shit, and
That's
they get to judge each other's vehicles. That'd be fucking crazy.
Nice.
Because then they have to be, and then they get critiqued by judges of judging the other vehicle. You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah, there you go.
Get deducted. And I'm doing too much now. I have these crazy ideas every day, dude, and they don't make sense.
Richard said he's down to come down there.
I bet he would.
Dylan,
he's down. I think he's. Are you still in Cali, Richard? Hand cutting only all day, dude. Any competition's hand cut, dude. Get out of here. You have to. You cannot do a competition with plotting, dude. I just don't agree.
No.
Don't agree at all. Like you have to have the craft, man. All of it. So speaking of competitions, have you ever? Do you tint?
I have tinted. I have been a tinter in the past. It has been a very, very long time since I have tinted. Just for the simple fact that, yeah, with me being a part of Geoshield for so long and doing the grunt labor and
Right.
not the actual, like cool stuff. Yeah,
Right.
it's been a very,
So,
very long time since I've tinted.
so the tinting is the cool stuff for you?
Oh yeah, I mean that's the fun part,
Oh,
you
dude,
know.
isn't it? Isn't it,
And really,
dude?
when it comes down to it, the money's actually in the roll of film.
Of course.
The money isn't in selling the roll of film. The money
Right.
is installing roll of the roll.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I found that out today. I don't know if you were listening to my rant in the
yeah,
beginning of wasting
side
so
by
many
side,
people. Dude,
right
I
there.
was so mad. But it was only dyed film, so
Nah,
what
not
I
that
wasn't
big of
I
a
wasn't that mad, but at the same time doing it 4 times, dude, I was like, no,
yeah.
no, no. Didn't like it.
Very true.
It's like if one of the machines that cuts y'all's rolls were to just like lose its mind and just like
We've
whole thing, and you're like,
had like that. Oh yeah, I've had days like that. When
I
I'm
was gonna
sitting
say,
there.
has that happened before? Like when a master roll just gets obliterated?
Oh yeah,
Like,
we've had it before. Like years ago,
ugh.
we used to have a 7 mil safety film called Luminess, and if you didn't hold on to that roll, I mean, the second you pulled tape off, I mean, that thing just exploded. And
Oh shit!
I mean, oh my god, man, the roll
Like,
itself weighed. I mean, it was a 7 mil film. It weighed like 70 pounds for the roll. So I mean, it was a pain, cutting that and dealing with it and boxing that and not getting at the tunnel. It was just, yeah, it's not fun. So yeah, I've ran into some issues.
so I have a question about the whole like the boxing and packaging aspect of things. So the people in the warehouse, do they just go pick the film off of a roll and put it in a box and send it, or like do they have to like go over there, go to the film, cut it out, roll it up, put it in the box? I have no fucking clue when it comes to any of that aspect of it. I
That
was just
is
curious.
that is actually that's a very good question, and I've got a good elaboration that I can tell you.
Let's do it.
Um, what we have done here, and I give all credit to John Skirman for this one. I give complete credit to him. He
He
is
came from he came from Lux, correct?
he did John was and we'll focus on John in a minute because I
Yeah,
love him to death. He started Lux Light Wrap,
yeah. And
and
then,
John is now with us. He's been with us for about a year.
and then
But
miss it.
what John came up with our warehouse was he started looking at what we were selling, and he ended up making up a program to basically where we're preparing the next month's film the month prior. So it has, and we're stocking that on the shelf. We have it ready to go.
Oh, dude, that's fucking genius.
Yeah, and it's like, and so the years back, whenever I was in the warehouse and I was doing, every order. Yes, that's what I did. Yeah, I mean, I'm throwing
Dude, no way you're hand pulling though.
60-inch roll on the machine. I'm chopping it down, 20, 40. And then I'm taking the 40 by 100 and I'm rolling that down 40 by 50. And it was so much manual labor to just do
Right.
one single order that, John saw that and he has pivoted completely to where, we have basically every order except for like a custom cut or custom length, flat glass stuff. Very few. Every order we have ready to go on the shelf. If it's offered on our website, we have it ready to go, boxed up, labeled, just ready to grab on the shelf.
Right.
And we have a team that does all of our prepping. We have a team that does all of our orders. It has increased our ability to get film out tenfold.
Hold on. Sorry, I just got a text real quick. Man, okay, so I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Okay, so that reminds me of like whenever me as an installer, right, and a shop owner now, if I like don't have another roll ready, I have to fucking order it and I have to wait. Like all of the, like it's basically like the same type of lengthy process, right? Like you have to wait on it. You have to do all these things. That's such a good idea to always have them boxed. But what if has there ever been a time where like mass amounts of boxes were labeled, or
there's, I mean, we've always there were growing
like
pains.
20 and 15, stuff like that, like
Yeah,
little bitty
always
instances.
be growing pains, but I mean, we've
Right.
we've tried to put we've tried our best to put standards in place. I mean, every single roll is metered. Whenever it goes, if it's transferred from a box, if it comes out of a box and it goes into a box, that roll is metered.
Yeah, just
No excuses. It has to be. So I mean, our QC is very good, if you ask me. What's up, Kevin? Thank you, man. Appreciate that, buddy. Been a long time since I talked to you.
so we'll go ahead, and I was gonna pop that up there. I
Yeah.
don't know why this thing keeps going across the bottom. I think I accidentally did this. Hold on. Dude, I'm still learning this shit, man. I'm
No,
freaking
this is all new for me.
bang. There we go. Nailed it.
There you go.
Cool. It kept distracting me, dude. Like I'm like a squirrel, dude. I keep looking at the damn thing going, it's like ESPN, dude. I'm like, what's going on now? Who's scored?
Watching the tick
like that. Right, yeah. We got a couple people in here watching. Chris said,
what's up, Chris?
Cubby. I don't know if you know Chris. Josh, this guy, I love that guy. Richard, love Richard, man.
Oh yeah, Richard.
Oh, we got Dylan in here.
I've seen Dylan in there. He's watching.
Instead of Street Outlaws, it's Red Dot Outlaws. I like that.
Watching TV.
Funny. Hey, by the way, everybody share this if you're watching right now, because we only have 15 people watching, and it's not ever about the views for me. I just want to say I'm used to it on TikTok.
What's up, Chris? Chris Cox. Chris is my he is my Las Vegas location manager. Yeah, Chris is awesome.
So he knows the ins and outs of everything, huh?
He does. I mean, he's over my entire Vegas operation out there. He's got some great employees.
You talking about the warehouse manager?
Yeah. For Vegas, yeah. Chris does a great job for us. He really does.
Speaking of Vegas, I've never been, and I'll probably never go because it's such a long drive, and I don't fly.
You don't fly?
I do not fly.
You and Chase got that in common. Neither one of y'all.
Dude, I have been terrified of flying since I was a child, and I've avoided it for so long. And I'd rather drive, because me and my wife really just we really enjoy driving, like through different places and seeing sceneries and running into like a fucking antique shop on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. Dude, you never know if you find like some super valuable artifact,
Yeah.
And you're like, yo.
It doesn't matter which way you're coming. The drive into Vegas is beautiful. It's
right. But from here, I looked it up. It's like 27 hours. So
where are you at again?
Arkansas.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you're right there. I mean, I'm south of you, so yeah, I think it was like 26 hours. I looked it up. Right. And I mean, I've thought about making the drive before, but I don't know. I want to get to Vegas so fast that I can't.
Right. See, that's the opposite of me. I would want to get there as slow as I can, because I know the things that I could do there.
Well, you say that now, never going to Vegas.
Right.
I've been so many times that it's like I still every single time. I am super excited to go to Vegas. I love it. I love Las Vegas.
It reminds me of like going on spring break,
Oh yeah, adult
like
spring.
The way you talk about it reminds me of spring break, dude. Like,
I love it, man.
I'm going spring break.
I can't say more good about Vegas, man. I mean, I fell in love with it years ago, and every time I go, every single time I go out there, it gets harder and harder for me to fly back. It really does.
Man, I just
I've talked to my wife. She's in the other room listening to me right now. I've talked to my wife, and she's like, "No, we ain't going nowhere. We're not leaving." She doesn't want to leave the grandbabies. So we've got two.
Oh, you don't want to move there, bro?
So I do. I want to move. She won't let me. She won't let me.
Like little town outside of Vegas, like
cool. Yeah, I've got it all picked out. I've got the area picked out.
Big turf yard, like.
That's exactly it, man. I mean,
it has to be.
I talked to a realtor out there. I said, look, all I want is a view. I want to wake up in the morning. I want to drink a cup of coffee. I want to be able to look over at the mountains. And be
able to take a piss out your back door, just like
exactly. Just hang it off the balcony. That'd be fine.
Dude, listen, all I'm saying is I have that here, but it's just all woods. Like it's just woods, dude.
No. I got to be able to see farther than 100 feet in front of me.
Hell no, dude. I don't want to see nothing. I want to see nobody around. Like
I'm heading out. I'll be in Vegas next month. Right now, I'll be in Vegas in about 3 weeks. Yeah, I just realized that. I just booked the trip. I just booked the trip today.
Is it for what is it for?
Well, we're pretty much at our limit. Well, yeah, that too. We're at our limit when it comes to our Vegas location, and we're splitting at the seams at that one. So we're in the process now of looking at bigger locations in Vegas.
Awesome.
So I'll be out there for that for our new location there, and for poker, because the World Series of Poker starts in.
Are you playing in that, dude, or what?
Yeah, well, I mean, the World Series of Poker goes on, like the actual main event. The main event is one tournament. But no, the whole series, whenever it's in Las Vegas, the main event series, it's like a month and a half long. It's like
okay, way longer than I thought. Yeah.
So I'm gonna fly in. I'm gonna fly in about 3 weeks, and I'll be out there for a week and just play variety of events and stuff.
So you play just Texas Hold'em? That's it?
Oh yeah, I love poker. I mean, I play Hold'em pretty much, especially. I mean, I play Omaha once in a while if I'm feeling froggy, but I mean, I like Texas Hold'em, and I've been playing for since about 03, probably 02, 03 area, if I had to guess.
Right. Okay, so what about the game do you love the most? Like, what is the reason that you love it so much?
I mean, everybody loves to win money, but I mean, honestly, that's kind of on the back end for me.
That's kind of boring, though.
The part that I like the most, I like the reading of people. I like being able to see, betting patterns, facial expressions. It's like everything. I mean, every hand is a story. So it's like, you got to be able to tell what's going on with their story. And it's like, I like that. I like that level of, even though you're not saying anything, I still know what you're doing. And that's the part that gets me excited. I like looking at the little small idiosyncrasies that somebody will do whenever they're nervous, or if their betting patterns change from in a half an hour ago. Like, those are the things that I like. It's a very long thought process type of game. I like that.
Yeah, like the psychology part of it. Like, you like I love the nonverbal cues, the twitching of the eye, the little scratching.
That's exactly it. The nervous ticks here and there.
You get more when you're up a little money and you start acting different, and you see the difference in if they're betting low to high, stuff like that. Like, all of those, dude. I'm the same when it comes to not even gambling. It's just
and I've been decently profitable whenever it comes to poker, over the years. And I mean, it's funny. I've played. I played a tournament in New Orleans years ago.
Bro, that would be me too. It's like, I'm not trying to trick you.
Burns has played poker with me before, long time ago, and that's it. He has no patience for anything, none. Yeah, he would be. He's like, that's pretty good. Yeah, okay, yeah. He has no patience. He's like all or nothing right now.
Right. Here's all of it. I hope I win. And it's like, he needs to play roulette then, dude. He needs to get on the roulette table, dude. Bet it all on black, dude.
Burns is best suited not in a casino.
He needs to stay at the bar then, huh?
Yeah. But I love the game, man. I really do. I mean, I love playing. I love the camaraderie of it. I mean, I've met a lot of good people from it.
You gotta be lucky, dude.
I mean, I'm very lucky whenever it comes.
You have to be lucky to win, man. It's one thing to be smart. Yeah. It's one thing to be smart about the game, but you literally just have to have fucking blind luck sometimes.
Sometimes, yes, but at the same time, there's a reason that that they've got people that have 15 World Series of Poker bracelets, and if one $50 million over over their lifetime of playing, it's there is a science to it, and as time goes on, especially with AI and programs that they have now, it's becoming so much more prevalent in playing poker, with it being more AI based. There's solvers out there, there's hand equations, and there's so much electronic stuff for it now that the game has changed dramatically over the last decade.
Right, and it's kind of boring to me whenever I see like on TV playing poker and like the odds of somebody winning, like, and they explain it all the time,
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like
We might have like 12.
I would rather just not know and have to figure out why this person lost. You know what I mean? Like instead of somebody be like, okay, so he's got a 99% chance to win because this is his hand and this person can't do anything. And like,
But
like,
I'll also understand whenever you're watching that stuff on TV,
right.
they're highlighting
It's all cut up and it's
well, I mean,
yeah.
they're highlighting like the really like 1% chance hands here. It's like there's a 1% chance that this hand is actually going to beat this hand in this situation. It's just
right.
So I mean,
like, what if it does? Like, I got a good clip.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like they're not sitting there showing the 15 hours of people sitting there grinding it out at a table, just sitting there and folding and folding and folding for hours and hours and hours. Because I've done that, and it gets difficult sometimes. It's like you want to make action happen, but there's nothing you can do.
See, all right, me and Burns are in the same boat now, dude. I couldn't do it. It would drive me fucking insane. I'm a slot machine.
I had an 18-hour
guy, dude.
I had an 18-hour sitting at a 1-3 cash game table in New Orleans years ago. 18 hours, and I love it. I look back on it, I loved it. I mean, it was probably one of the best.
Of course, right?
It was great. Yeah,
right. But people are different. Like, there's some people that would love to do it too, and I'm like, I can't do it, man.
Yeah,
like
it takes a certain type of person.
It would drive me crazy, bro.
Yeah, but I love it. I love the game itself. I really do.
I used to watch those like tournaments when like Phil Hellmuth and like fucking who else, like back in the day, dude. Like I'd say back in the day. This is probably like 10 years ago. It's probably like 20 years ago, actually. But like these named like people like getting angry at the table and like and I'm like, okay, that's kind of exciting.
There's been physical fights. There's been
dude, like
I've been in some really good tables. I've been in some really bad tables.
Have you ever seen a fight like at your table though?
No, but I mean, there's quite a few videos online, like down in New Orleans. At Harris that I played in New Orleans before. There was a big fight a couple of years ago, and that video keeps circling. And I mean, there were tables flying. There's people everywhere. It was
just chips every. How do they sort that out, bro? Like, how do they sort out all that?
By the cameras, like they're going to go back on the cameras. They're going to sit there and zoom in on the chip stacks and make sure that everybody's got it all. Because I mean, it's not. There was an incident I think last year at the World Series of Poker or another tournament somewhere. I forget. Some guy just walks up. He was pissed off, and he just walks up, takes the table, and flips the whole thing over with everybody's chips on it. Like they were on a break, and the table was just sitting there, so he just flips it over. And so I mean, it's like they've got to go back on the cameras. They've got to look at the chip stacks, count how many individually to be able to get it all right. It's just it's
so. Like that behavior is so childish, though, dude. It's like, dude, what are you accomplishing here? Like, you're just drawing everybody's day out, dude. Like, what are you doing?
When you're playing for the kinds of money that some of these people really play for,
right? I get it.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking livelihoods,
right?
I mean, I can't tell you. I mean, way back in the day when I first started playing, I mean, I survived off of playing poker. I mean, that paid my bills and. Bought my cigarettes back there. Back then when I was smoking. So, it's helped me along the way. I will say that.
All I'm saying is, Kevin, if you want to go one-on-one Uno or Go Fish, dude,
I'm down. I'll play,
dude. I will smoke both of you so fast to Go Fish, dude. Listen, I play with my kids at least once a month. Okay, like I have practice. When's the last time you played? Exactly, dude. And then look, we got Uno, dude. Smoke you in Uno. I play like every fucking 3 days.
Never played.
You've never played Uno? All right, hold on. Time out. You're the first time you ever play. Whenever I see you in person, we're playing Uno, dude. Swear to God.
Hey, it's a card game. I'm down.
Nobody else is ever going to play with you before me. And anybody watching from Geoshield right now, do not even ask, okay? I have the shirt on. That means I asked with...
I'm going to go to the shop tomorrow. I guarantee you Chase is going to have a Uno deck sitting there.
Nah, dude. If he does, you slap it out of his hand and be like, no.
He's probably watching. I'll tell him that.
He's probably not watching, dude. Chase is too cool to
Chase
watch,
probably
bro.
is.
Somebody else said Slapjack. Haven't played Slapjack in fucking 20 years, though. You might get me at that one. That one's a good one.
Nice.
He said, "Don't threaten me with a good time." All right, pull up, dude. Right here at my house. I'll even cook for y'all, dude. We'll have a big Uno, Go Fish, Jenga,
There you
all
go.
that shit, dude. Like I'll beat you in Jenga easy too.
I'm down. Set it up. I'll be
When's
there.
the last time you played Jenga? Tell me.
Kids,
Couldn't.
probably. I was probably single digit age if I had to guess.
Dude, one of the best games known to man. Engineering, balance, getting terrified, dude. Like you're pulling that piece out and you're like, oh fuck, it might fall. It's the best shit in the world, dude.
There you go.
Anyways, sorry. We got off on a tangent about
That's all right.
games. We got off on a tangent about games. I told you this is gonna happen, dude.
Oh,
But other than the camo pants, the poker, the Geoshield vice president, all of the things that are awesome about you, what's something that you don't think that people would know about you that you would like to share that's maybe like a hobby or something that's just like a fun fact, or even if you want to go embarrassing, you can go embarrassing, dude. Like just some random thing you don't think anybody would think.
I got something. When I was 13 years old, I was riding my bike, riding down to my buddy's house, probably half a mile here, and I was hit. I was hit by a car. Car was doing about 65 miles an hour.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was 13 years old. Car was doing about 65 and hit me. Broke 3 ribs. I broke my right ankle, and I had a pseudocyst from the impact on my pancreas that had to be operated on. I was in intensive care. I was in ICU for 6 weeks, and I was in the hospital total for I think about 9 weeks. And the first week they didn't think I was going to make it. My parents were setting up like services and everything.
No way.
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah, it was bad.
You said you had like a pancreas issue. Is that like the main concern that they had, or was it the ribs? Or
no, I mean it was what it was on my pancreas, because I was hit so hard in the abdomen. They formed what's they call a pseudocyst, I guess, from the impact, I guess, to like protect it or something. My wife could probably shed more light.
It's kind of like a fucking human airbag, basically.
Kindly, I guess.
Right.
It grew in size to the size of about a cantaloupe over about 4 weeks after I was hit. They cut me open and they took it out, and I mean it was very traumatic for all of us, me included. Yeah, I was in the hospital for quite a while on that one. Yeah, but I mean I've got like on this arm right here, I've got scarring from glass. On my left leg, I got 3 long scars from glass on there. So, yeah, it was that was difficult.
Dude, 65 miles an hour, dude.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My parents were. Yeah, my mom was up there every single night. Yeah. I mean now and understand. I got an older sister and a younger brother. And I'll give it to my mom, God rest her soul. She was up there with me every single night. Every day that I was in there, my mom was there.
That's a great mom.
Yeah, she was an awesome mom.
One of these right here.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, man, that's crazy. I would have never guessed, dude. Like
what?
So
now, I mean, it's been so long. I was 13. I'm 45 now. So I mean, it's been a hot minute.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So but something like that, you still remember it, right? That was the one thing
I see it every day. The inside of my arm. I see it.
Yeah, that's the one thing you remembered. So like that moment, like after that moment, did you have like any type of like revelation or like thing that you thought after that happened to where you're like, my life has to change? Like anything going on before that changed after that happened, like, or anything, or did you just like?
Nah, I was just glad to be there. I mean, I missed like a 9 weeks and a half of school, I think, but I ended up passing that year. I did the homework at home and passed, and it was a time, man. I will say that.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, so in the past 5 years, you said that y'all have grown what I would say exponentially because it was pretty significant, right?
Yes.
What has been the biggest driving force for that growth? Do you have any specific thing, or is it just like a
Well,
team
I guess
aspect?
to
Or
start from the beginning. We were pretty dim, and then COVID hit. We were struggling, and COVID hit. And I guess during that time, we ended up making some really good decisions because we had film whenever others didn't, and we ended up gaining a large customer base from that. And then on top of it, more and more people are sitting at home. They want to teach themselves how to do things, learn new skills. There's not a whole lot of shops that are open to be able to take their cars to. People are still wanting money, still have money to be able to spend. So they start looking online for, tinting their own windows, and they find people like Matt Blackburn,
right.
who is an amazing trainer, does some crazy, insane videos. I mean, he's got millions, tens of millions of views on some
He's
of his.
very thorough for sure.
Yeah, and so a lot of people started watching Matt, and Matt being an affiliate of ours, it just kind of exploded from there. So the combination of COVID, having Matt with us, it really skyrocketed the growth, and then we made some good decisions whenever it comes to our lines of film. We brought on our C2 Carbon, which has been the best seller that we've ever had. And then
Really?
I mean it has blown up since we brought it on. And then we piggybacked from there with our C2 Ceramic, which has been an amazing seller. And those have been really, really big parts of our growth over the last couple of years. And then I feel that, I guess, my accessibility and Burns's accessibility over the years, has also been a good driving force for us online whenever it comes to customers being able to contact us, talk to us directly, get feedback and customer service from owners, directly. Right. I mean, I really feel like that makes a big difference.
And then the whole not having to have a, quote unquote territory, and you just set up your account, you order the film, stuff like that, making it a little easier to access than some companies, stuff like that, whatever. I'm sure it's been a big part of the growth as well.
It has, but and I'll piggyback onto that too. We actually do
have an adverse too.
Yeah, we actually did start offering territories now too. So we do. So I mean, anybody that's watching, if you're interested,
did not know that.
Yeah, if that's something that we need, that we need to do a better job on advertising and focusing on for our customers. So if anybody that's watching or listening, has is interested in any territories, call the 800 number, talk to Dylan, talk to anybody on our sales team, and they can kind of give you some standards for your territory.
Oh, Dylan. I like Dylan.
That's my man, bro. Dylan's
the last WFR I went to, it wasn't the last one that they had, but the one previous that was, in the same location. Him and Blake and who else was there? I think it was
Aiden was there.
It might have been Aiden, and then Javon was there too. Like, they were all hanging out over there while I was competing and stuff, and I'm over here like, dude, will y'all leave me alone? Like, they're over there talking shit and fucking being loud and stuff, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
That is definitely Blake and Dylan.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and Javon's like, dude, I'm just trying to get you some videos, man. Like, I don't know what these guys are doing. And Javon's always like the cool, calm, like,
John,
making a
ruckus, doing exactly what he's supposed to, and everybody else is screwing around.
Right, dude. Like, they don't know when to be serious. It's just
That's right. That's right.
But at the same time, I don't care because I do it all the time on live, and people watch me at the shop, here at the house and stuff or whatever. So we're about 5 minutes away from the end of the show, man. It's been a great chat. I've enjoyed the fuck out of it.
I like this, man. This is awesome. I like this stuff.
It's just, I told you, dude. It's just me cutting up and coming up with questions.
Didn't ask me about cars. Didn't ask me about any of the car stuff.
Man, but also I'm not a car guy. Like, I don't know if you know that.
You're not a car guy.
I'm not a car guy, but I drive a '89 step-side single cab 4-wheel drive GMC.
That's OBS. That's perfect.
No, dude, it's my favorite fucking truck ever that I've ever owned.
Car guy right there. That's it.
It's my mobile rig, dude. Like, I literally strap up some tent with some damn bungee cords in the back of my truck, and I'm like, all right, let's go tint some fucking windows.
Exactly.
And I pull up, and they're like, is this the guy
That-
tinting my windows? And I'm like, you goddamn right it is.
That's right. That's right.
But no, okay, so since we have a couple minutes, I know you have a bunch of nice cars. What cars do you have, and which is your favorite, and why?
Currently, I've got well, I mean, my two ones that I like the most. I got a '04 single cab Silverado, lowered, full bolt-ons, cam, big stall, 410 gears, and I love that truck. I mean, I just I got the bed painted. Did a fleet side bed, shave of stake holes. Did a '07 classic front end, hood and grill. Painted the front bumper. Painted the front cap. I love my truck. I do. I love it.
You guys send me a picture of that because
I do that. I got I also got a 6.2. I got a fresh 6.2 sitting in my shop with a Magnuson 2.3 liter supercharger that I've been having for a while. So I'm as soon as I get the time. I mean, I do plan. I've been talking shit. I've been talking about it for like 2 years, and about dropping the motor and the blower in that truck. And I just haven't had time. It's been crazy. And then I've got
you hire somebody to do it for you.
No, I like doing that stuff.
Right. And then see that's the struggle. It's like
I go in the shop,
but you don't have the time.
I like doing that stuff. That's where I enjoy it. And then I got my car. I got a 2014 GTR. It's full bolt-ons, aftermarket turbos. Got a set of pure 1000 turbos, E85. I think on 93 with the boost that it's running now, on 93 it makes like 750 wheel. On E85 it makes like 850 wheel, and then I've got a drum of ethanol 1R in my shop, and it should make it probably make like 950 wheel on that.
Okay, so I don't know what 1R is. That sounds expensive.
Well, ethanol 1 is a company, and they make their own fuel. They make their own race fuels, and their R series. I want to say it's like 114 octane, and it makes like good power
juice, basically.
Yeah. I mean, it's
okay.
This is what it is.
So you gotta talk to me like I'm a toddler, and you'd be like, the gas is really good, and I'm like, okay,
really cool. Great gas.
It's really good gas that makes it go very fast, and I'm like,
very fast, like $12 per gallon, though.
Great success.
That's right. Great success, great power. But I do. I love my car. I love driving it.
Awesome, I know what a GTR is and all the stuff you said, and like the 850 and all that shit. I'm like, I know what that stuff means.
You know what that is. You do. You know what that is.
I know it means it's really fast, and really that's all I know. That's it.
For four wheels wise, that my car is the fastest thing that I've owned to date. I've had before my GTR, I had a built CTSV, forged motor, ported blower.
I love CTSVs, dude. I want one so bad.
I love my car, and it was beautiful. Yeah. It was gorgeous. It had like 36,000 miles on it. Fully built motor.
What'd you get rid of it for?
I wanted the car. I wanted my GTR. And
I mean,
I
couldn't mad at that though.
At the time, I couldn't do both. But I will say this: the guy that I sold it to, he hit me up probably about a year ago, and he was like, "Hey, I'm selling the car. You said if I was selling it, hit me up, let you know." And I thought about it. I talked to my wife. I did. Dude, I talked to her, and I said, "That's a good
man right there."
I thought about it. I thought about getting it back, and I talked to my wife, and I was like, I said, she told me to do it, and I was like, I don't need two cars of that caliber. I just didn't. So
the wife said it's okay, dude.
I know.
Dude, what do you mean? You don't get very many opportunities like this, sir.
But the guy that bought the car, he contacted me, and I've been in touch with him. So I mean, he's taking good care of the car. He loves it. I can't complain.
Right.
And before that one, I had a turbocharged 09 Sierra crew cab. Dub Wheels used it for their website. I don't even know if it's even still on their website. I have to look. But Dub used it for their website for some of their wheels. I mean, I got sponsored by Cat Skin and all kinds of stuff. And that truck was, I think that one made like 800 at the ground. I love that one too. So I mean, I've built some pretty nice cars over the years, and I mean, I just love doing that part of it. I'm never gonna have something that's just stock.
Yeah, I need your help fixing an oil leak on my truck.
Hey, honestly, on an OBS, it's probably gonna be either the front or rear main seal.
It's neither of those, dude. It's off the fucking brass fitting from the oil pressure switch.
Oh man, I'm gonna pick up, man. Look,
dude, I've tried to fix it.
I'll walk you through that one.
I've tried to fix it twice. I can't. It does not fucking fix it, dude.
I'll help you with that. You can FaceTime me,
dude. All right. You just have to send me your phone number.
That's fine. I'll do that. I'll message it to you whenever we get off the phone. Whenever we get off the live screen, I'll do that.
Bet, dude. Okay, so bunch of cool cars, bunch of success. Okay, so at the end of my shows, I like to do this thing called the Dark Truth Final Moment, which means, or the Dark Truth Final Thought. Sorry, it's like, you know, Jerry Springer back in the day when he did his final thought. Like, so, like,
I got to hear
like
this.
a little like something that you want to give to people that are watching, maybe right now that are watching. Yeah, you have to do it.
I have to do the.
You have to do a little monologue. You just have to either give like a piece of advice. You could tell somebody that's watching, you know, something you should be doing, or
I got a piece of advice. I do. I got a piece of advice. You know,
sweet.
Work. I mean, and it's classic. Work hard. There's so many people, you know, in all of these industries these days, you know, and everybody, you know, everybody's throwing tint on the windows. Stand out. You know, give somebody that little bit of extra, you know, make yourself stand out from the crowd, you know, just work hard, give a quality product, you know, trust your customer base, and you can't lose.
I like it.
Not bad, but
dude, I love it because, like, I mean, honestly, people forget like that growing up, dude. Like, honestly, it reminds me of this. Would you jump off a bridge if your friends jumped off a bridge? And you're like,
make yourself indispensable. You know, don't just sit here and just go along with everybody else.
Right.
You know, exactly. Make it where you stand out. Do a great job. You know, that's the best advice I can give to anybody.
I love it. And I will go back to the thing that you said on the live from Brent's live once.
It might have been Burns that said this, though. I think it might be.
Burns said it. No, you said that he said it. So I'm saying you said it.
Oh, okay.
He told you that. So he told you one time, some people don't stick around long enough to see their success, right?
Yes.
So that's basically like work hard, be yourself, and like don't give up, basically, right?
Yeah, do not give up. You know, just you know, try the best that you can. Dustin, I'll jump off bridge by my damn self. Yeah, me too, buddy.
Dude, Dustin, just save me a seat, my guy.
Really.
I'd come with you just to pull you up. I'm just saying. But dude, it's been great.
I really appreciate you being on, man. I had a great time. I appreciate the offer. Thank you for having me on here. This was fun,
dude. It's been nice to get to know you as a man instead of just, you know, a vice president or a person that works for Geoshield.
Yep.
You know, get to know your hobbies and the things that, you know, you're passionate about and all that kind of stuff or whatever.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. It's what I love to do with this shit, man. Like, it's not always about what people think it's about. It's about just, this is like my getaway for an hour a week. And I've skipped the last 2 weeks because I'm lazy and I forget to plan. But like, it just so happened that y'all were talking and I was like, oh, this is a fucking great opportunity.
You ended up catching me and Burns together. Like,
it was like at the greatest time, dude. I was like, I got this, dude. Watch this.
Yeah, because Burns lives 3 hours away from me. So for us to be together at the same time and catch us on that, like, that was a 1 in a million thing.
I hate that he wasn't on here. Maybe in the future he'll be on here, but
I'm
if
sure
not,
that he will. I'm sure that
if he doesn't want to, that's fine. There's been plenty of people that haven't wanted to be on because of either, you know, multiple reasons, and I understand because I'm the same way. Like, sometimes I don't even want to do my own show because I want to do something else, and I just want to say, I got stuff going on, you know.
If you ever need somebody to fill in for somebody else, I'd love to do it again. Just say a word.
I'll holler at you, man. I'll put you on my list. I have a list, man.
Definitely.
Appreciate you being on. I'm gonna go ahead and get you out of here. If there's anything else you want to say or plug or talk about, just
if you guys go to our website, it's gonna be geoshieldUSA.com. Make a profile that gives you access to everything on our site. Check us out if you haven't in the past. we got a bright future coming. So, get on there and make a profile and see what we can offer.
Hell yeah, dude.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.
I can't wait to test out the film that I got in.
Yeah, our next. Hey, look. Our next conversation between us will be about film.
That's fine.
Right? Deal.
Just let me know. Sounds good.
I appreciate
it.
Right,
bro. It's good to have you on, man.
Thank you, dude.
That's it. All right, y'all. That was Cubby Wolfe with Geoshield Vice President. It was great having him on. It was good chatting with him. I really enjoyed it. Next week, I don't have a guest lined up currently, but I do have a list that I will be running down. So hopefully we can have somebody interesting on the show. Maybe go over some industry news or something like that. You never know. It could be breaking stuff. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Here's the outro video. And I will see y'all on the next one. We don't do giveaways here all the time. Yeah, so see y'all on the next one. Deuces, motherfuckers.